be all things yoga, not just what comes up today. Great. Okay, let's jump on our mats. We're going to start today in a child's pose. So in your child's pose, you're taking your knees nice and wide, allowing your bum to just drop down towards your hips, and you'll walk your hands out in front of you, creating lots and lots of length down the sides of your bodies. And just start to take a steady breath. A big inhale that opens and expands, and an emptying exhale. And do a few more breaths like this, huge breaths in that fill you up, and empty all the way back out. Now in our yoga practice, the power of the breath is really important. It can actually shift the whole energetic makeup in your body. And it's going to help us tap into a steady nervous system. Prepares your body to move. Take another big breath in. And let it go. Slowly start to lift up onto all fours. From here, just wiggle your knees underneath your hips, your hands under your shoulders. And we'll start to move through some cat and cows. As you inhale, you arch your back. And as you exhale, really dome up and into your spine. Do a few more rounds like this. Inhale, breath broadens your collards. Exhale, rounds into the spine. See if you can pull your belly all the way back in. Keep moving, linking breath to movement. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale into your cat pose, rounding the spine. One more round like this, big breath in, broaden the chest. And round and empty, belly to spine. Now come back to a neutral posture, flat back. Hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and you're going to space your knees a little bit wider. And start to take some big circles into your hips. Now, if you've ever done this in the studio, you almost feel a little bit conscious at the beginning, like, oh gosh, what am I doing? But you're at home, so get your full Beyonce on now, and you just swirl your hips. And from an anatomic perspective, what we're doing is taking your thigh bones and just moving them around the pelvis joint, just really starting to lubricate and prepare that joint for some strength and some movement. Changing directions if you haven't already, you're going to sass it out. And then when you feel even on both sides, come back to all fours. And just shift your knees underneath you, hands under your shoulders, and start to firm the grip of the hands to the floor. You're going to spread your fingers really wide, almost wider than you think you can go. Great, and from this space, stretch your left leg back out behind you, and just spin your right foot off the floor over to the side. Left arm to the sky. We're coming into a modified side plank. Now you can absolutely, if you feel like spicing this up already, some of you might be working in a full side plank. However, this modification is great. Rolling the right shoulder head back. Finding the underside of your body and getting a little bit of lift. And notice if you've dropped out your belly. Keep pulling and toning your belly here. Good, and then float the top leg. Left leg lifts off the floor. That's the one. If you're in full side plank, it's probably a good time to drop the other knee. As you've got the left leg up, can you squeeze into the left side of your bum? So good. Keep flexing the toes on the left leg to your face. Take a big breath in, expand, and then soften back down as you exhale. Come back to all fours. Take a round of cat and cow again, inhaling to open the chest. Exhaling as you round the spine. Back to a flat back. Right leg stretches back behind you. Right arm twists to the sky, modified side plank. Now if you're looking at the screen here, you'll be able to see on Asha's back body, we're looking to squeeze the shoulder blades together. It's almost like she's got a little grape sitting in there. As you squeeze that in, notice if you can lift the left underside of your body up. We'll float the top leg. Now for the top leg to float, your bum has got to squeeze, so find the side of your glutes, your glute med. Engage and expand. Good, keep driving left hand down, lift right leg a little higher, take a breath in, and then back to all fours. One more round of cat and cow to reset. Inhale. Rounding the spine as you exhale. Back to neutral. This time take your hands out in front of you a little further. Tuck your toes and lift to a downward facing dog. Now if you're newer to the practice, this is the pose you've probably heard most talked about when you hear about yoga. Now the one thing that's a little bit of a myth is that the legs need to be straight and the heels need to be on the floor. So absolutely today, lift the heels off the earth and take a little bend into your knees. Good, and then firm your hands down and see if you can push the earth away, creating lots of length down your side bodies. Good, take an expansive inhale and then feel your belly tone as you exhale. A few more rounds of breath like this. Big breath in, stretch your spine. Let it go, empty out. Now right leg to the sky as you inhale. Feel your leg lift nice and high. Pause at the top there. Notice if you've started to swivel your shoulders. Keep pushing your hands down and lengthen both sides of your bodies back. Take another big breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. We swap sides. Left leg rises on the inhale breath. Pause. Brace through the belly. Start to push your hands really firm into the earth and get lots of length down the left leg. So nice, guys. Take a huge inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Look between your hands and just take some baby steps to the front. When you get there, halfway lift, hands can come to your shins. Forward fold, empty out. Split the feet a little wider and take a hold of your opposite elbows. You're coming into what's called a ragdoll. Now you can absolutely bend your knees here. There's no rule again that the legs must be straight. And see if you can get your tummy to land on your thighs. And take a little sway from side to side. And notice where you're holding tension. Now we all do this in a slightly different way. I tend to grab my jaw a little bit. Some people frown and really bring it into their foreheads. So see if you can soften through the face. And all the cares and the worries that are kind of swirling around at the minute, see if you can empty them out. Start to let your breath be loud, in and out. One more big inhale. Release the breath out. Drop your hands to the earth. And roll slowly up to standing. Lengthen your arms up towards the sky as you inhale. And then draw hands back to heart center as you exhale. We take a full breath in together. Clear out what does not serve you. Sweep up to the sky as you breathe in. Forward fold, softening the knees as you go. Halfway lift, roll the shoulders back and inhale. From here, step to a high plank. Now you've got a couple of options in your high plank. You can absolutely put the knees on the floor. That's not a bother. What's important though is the connection of your hands to the earth. Hi guys, there's lots of you saying hello and waving. How are you? So keep your hands flat on the earth. You're spreading your fingers nice and wide and see if you can get some lift in the upper arms. Good, now you want your tummy to work as well. It's really easy to load the shoulders. So zip your belly up and get your legs working too. Let's pull your kneecaps up towards your hips. So good guys, hold this strength. Take a big inhale. as you exhale, you know you can drop your knees at any time. One more breath in, shift forwards, knees to the floor, chest and chin come all the way down to your tummies. Baby cobra. Now this is our first back bend. So make sure your hands are sitting underneath your elbows. And then soften back down as you exhale. We'll do 2 more of these. Baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulders onto your back. We want open hearts. Soften down, exhale. Last one, baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulders really open through the chest. Release down, exhale. Push back to a child's pose. Let the hips drop to the heels. Take a full breath in and let it go. Rise back to a downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths, and I want you to feel them. Fill your body as you inhale. And empty all the way out as you exhale. Expansive, big breath in. And release. Last one together. Inhale. Clear it all the way out as you exhale. Look forwards. Step to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. And fold. Empty the breath out. Stand all the way up. Take a big breath in. Hands to heart center as you empty out. Now we're going to run through this sequence twice with breath. It's called your Sun A, Sun Salutation A. And the intention is to warm up the entire body. Get all of your systems working together. Reach to the sky, inhale. Forward fold, soften the knees if you need. Halfway lift, long straight spine, take a breath in. Step back to your high plank. Shift forwards as you inhale. Low plank, you can keep the knees hovering if possible. Baby cobra or upward facing dog if you feel ready for that now. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Good, stay. Take 1 breath in and out. Look forwards. Big step or jump to the front of the mat. Good, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, belly tones as you exhale. Stand all the way up, energize arms to the sky. And then connect hands to heart center. We flow again, reach up, inhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, the spine lengthens. Step back, high plank. Shift forwards, take a breath in. Low plank, elbows squeeze to your ribs. Upward facing dog, you can see thighs are lifted for this. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a breath in and out. Look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, roll the shoulders onto your back body. And forward fold, empty out. Energetic stand up now. Inhale. Hands to heart center to pause. Take a breath in and out. Now just checking in. Have you got any questions so far about the elements that are coming up in your sun salutation? What are you guys doing? We're doing a little full body yoga flow here, Sophia. We're getting into our shoulders, opening our chest. Any other takers for questions? No, we're going to keep moving. This is good, guys. Sweep up, inhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana, exhale. Halfway lift, long spine as you breathe in. Fold to the earth one more time. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Now this is Asha's favorite. It's probably your favorite too. You're going to find your thigh bows and squeeze them in towards each other. We want to generate some strength and heat in the legs. Now can you sit a little deeper? I bet you can. Drop your bum. That's it. Now find the front of your hip bones. these little bony bits here, and see if you can lift them up towards your face. So chair pose, we think leg strength, right? It's also going to tone all of your lower abs, squeeze them in. Take a full inhale, sit a little deeper, exhale. Good, stay for one more breath in. Forward fold as you empty the breath out. Halfway lift, roll the shoulders back as you inhale. And we'll step back again, high to low plank, all in one breath this time. Upward facing dog, thighs are lifted, remember. Downward facing dog as you exhale. From here, take your right leg to the sky. Scorpion tail, bend and open your hips. Now the right heel is trying to kick your left butt. That's the sensation you want. Try not to swivel your shoulders. Take another breath in. And then tiger curl, knee to your nose. We'll lift the shoulders high. Step between your hands. Left knee softens down to the earth. Arms sweep up to the sky. Anjanasana. I actually don't know the English word for this, so Anjanasana is what we're going to hear lots of. Find your frontal hip bones and see here if you can lift them up to your face. And your right thigh is trying to pull back. You're finding a real squeeze and tightness through the lower belly. And then length through the side bodies. Keep reaching all the way up. So good. Take a big breath in. Stay as you breathe out. One more inhale, arms lengthen. Circle them all the way back behind you, hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, take a breath in. Bend and open as you exhale. Peel the knee a little higher, take a breath in. And then tiger curl for that height in the chest. Land between your hands. Right knee to the earth, Anjanasana. Find your left thigh bone and pull that in towards your chest. So it's like you're trying to scissor the legs closed. And keep your belly squeezing tight. Reaching arms up to the sky for one more inhale. Circle all the way around, down to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. We're going to do this flow once more with breath. Right leg up as you inhale. Tiger curl, knee to nose. Land between your hands. Left knee to the floor. Anjanasana, sweep up. Circle around. And down, downward facing dog. Left leg rises with a breath in. Tiger curl, knee to nose, lift. And land. Right knee down. Anjanasana, sweep up, inhale. Circle back to your downward facing dog. Stay, take a breath in and out. Look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, squeeze the shoulders back. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Let's get another good one in. Now see if you can drop your bum a little lower. Keep squeezing thighs to midline. Lift your arms even higher, take a breath in, and then fold to the earth as you exhale. Halfway lift, fold. Split your feet a little further apart, and you're going to find your peace fingers and just catch a hold of your big toes as you come into a little moment of rest. Now when you're at home, I know it's so easy to get distracted, so stay with me. Come into a steady breath and feel the tension as you hold onto your toes and breathe deeply. I've got a couple of questions coming through. The best time of day to do yoga, do you know, it's whenever you can make the space for it. So I find I like to practice in the morning, but my body is a little tighter. But it really starts my day in a positive and energetic way, and I just feel a lot clearer throughout the day. I know Asha, she definitely prefers to practice in the evening because her body is open and ready to move then. So the best time is really when you're going to be able to make time for it. I did this the other day and found it hard. Oh my goodness, it is hard. It's always hard. But that's what we want. Life is hard. So we want to get good at being calm in stressful situations. That's why we practice. Okay guys, take a big breath in and out. Halfway lift as you inhale. Fall to the earth, exhale. Let's roll all the way up to standing, feeling your spine slink and unravel. Circle arms high to the sky as you inhale, and then pull them back to heart center. Take a breath in. Clear that out. Whew. Reach up, inhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana as you exhale. Halfway lift, long spine to breathe in. High to low plank. It's a strength pose again. Squeeze the arms to your side body. Up dog or cobra as you inhale. Back to a downward facing dog as you exhale. Right leg rises with a breath in. Tiger curl, knee to your nose. Lift up your shoulders and land between your hands. Now you come into a low lunge. If you need to shuffle left foot a little further back or right foot further forward so that it's underneath your knee, make sure you make those adjustments. And then everyone take your right arm up towards the ceiling. So you're coming into your low lunge twist. Now like those side planks we did at the very beginning, squeeze your shoulders together on your back. We spend lots of the day at the minute on our phones, on our computers, and we round. You want to squeeze your shoulders and get that strength in the spine. Good, take a breath in. Warrior two as you breathe out. Left foot will firm to the earth. And it's a big windmill up and open. I like that transition. When we get moving in a minute, it feels nice and flowy. In your warrior two, notice if you can take your front knee over your ankle. And you have a choice every day in your yoga practice. You can make the shapes, or you can push through and find a little bit more strength. Maybe sinking into your right thigh a little more. That's the way, Ash. Take a breath in and out. Flip and reverse your warrior. Now keep your legs steady. Good. Windmill your hands back to the earth. Stepping high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog or cobra as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Left leg rise with a breath in. Tiger curl, squeeze and step. Take a moment in your low lunge, make it happen. Shimmy right foot forwards. Oh, it's your left foot forwards. And keep the knee over the ankle. And then take your left arm up towards the sky. Now your back leg's doing a lot of work. Fire it up, push it towards the ceiling. Good, keep the shoulders squeezing and see if you can rinse a little bit more through the chest. Beautiful job, take a big inhale. Warrior two, right foot flat to the earth as you exhale. Now straight away, stack your shoulders over your hips and keep your left knee there over your ankle. Good guys, see if you can sit a little deeper into this pose. You want to make it work, work, work. Left thigh down. Take a breath in and out, clear it. Hold your depth, reverse your warrior as you inhale. Windmill to the floor, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, take your biggest breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale back. Good guys, a clearing breath in and get rid. Now before we flow with this, does anybody have any questions on any of those movements? The twists, the warriors, anything we're working with? Recommendations with tight hamstrings. Yes, I will absolutely come to you with those at the end. One thing I will say through this flow is bend your knees. So don't worry about forcing. Let your knees soften and eventually your hamstrings are going to warm up as we get moving now. Take a breath in and out. Let's go guys. Right leg up, inhale. Tiger curl, knee to your nose, lift the shoulders and step. Right arm to the sky, low lunge twist, take a breath in. Warrior two, windmill and open all the way out. Flip and reverse your warrior as you inhale. Windmill hands to the floor, come through your low plank as you exhale. Upward facing dog, breathe in and broaden your collars. Downward facing dog as you exhale back. Left leg rises with a breath in. Tiger curl, squeeze and land. Find the twist, left arm to the sky, take an inhale breath. Warrior 2, back foot is firm, hold your depth in the front leg. Reverse your warrior as you inhale. Windmill hands to the floor, low plank pose. Now you can skip and go straight to down dog if you're getting tired. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, take it all the way back. One more round, right leg to the sky, inhale completely. Tiger curl, ripple forwards and land. Right arm lifts, take a breath in. Warrior 2, back foot seals as you open out. Flip reverse, lunge deeper in your front leg. Windmill hands to the floor, come through your low plank. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Keep the rhythm going, left leg rises, inhale. Tiger curl, ripple and land. Find the twist, keep squeezing your shoulders. Warrior 2, open all the way out. Flip and reverse, take a big breath in. Windmill hands to the earth, high to low plank. Up dog, last big inhale in this flow. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Stay, take a breath in. Clear it all the way out. And start to walk your hands back up to your feet. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Great, now this time split the feet wider. And you've got the option to come into your gorilla pose. So you're gonna slide your hands underneath your feet. Yeah, good, so you're standing on the palms. Now bend your knees a lot here. Now, my friend, is it Amy that asked about the hamstrings? This is a prime example where you're gonna bend your knees. And instead of focusing on trying to straighten them, focus on spinning your inner thighs slightly back. And continue to tone through your belly, using the strength in your chest to fold you ever so slightly deeper. Now our hamstrings, they actually work in pairs with the quads. So right now in this fold, if you start to strengthen your quads by pulling up your knees, your brain releases the hamstrings ever so slightly. Take a big breath in and out. Release your hands from your feet. Slowly roll all the way back up to standing there at the back. Reach your arms to the sky as you inhale. And then pull your hands back to heart center as you exhale. Let's get moving. Sweep up, breathe in. Forward fold, empty the breath all the way out. Halfway lift as you inhale. Walk to your downward facing dog at the front of the mat. Good, right leg to the sky, take a big breath in. Tiger curl, knee to your nose, get some lift in the shoulders. And step. Crescent lunge, we're going all the way up now. Oh, it's wobbly, she's wobbling. Now if you are at home and you're on carpet, it's even wobblier than normal, so stay with it. Now, you want to challenge yourself here, so front leg, knee over ankle, but find some depth into that one. Good, and then you are pulling your right thigh bone back. So it's like you're taking the femur into the hip joint. So nice. Now with your back knee, Ash is working with a bend in the back knee today. If you are naturally open and you want to drive your left leg back, do that and squeeze into your left bum. Good. Keep lifting your front hips up. Take a big inhale and then goddess your arms as you exhale. Now as you goddess, squeeze into your shoulders. This is a nice proud chest. Good. Take a breath in. Hands to heart center, empty the breath out. Lean forwards, find a big angle on the spine and twist to the right hand side. Now you can absolutely pop the left knee down on the floor now if you need a bit of support. However, if you're working strength, Keep your left leg firing and your left booty squeezing. Good. Now with your hands, lock them in at your actual heart center. And this again is going to help broaden your collarbones. Squeeze into the shoulders for one more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Crescent lunge, rise all the way up. Hands to heart center, pause. Now we're going to move from here to a stork pose. You ready? Pushing off the right foot, pull your left knee into your chest. That's it, embrace the wobbles. Stretch your arms up to the sky. Now in your stork pose, suck your belly in. Take a huge inhale. Aeroplane pose, left leg comes behind you. We're starting to fly. Now embrace any wobbles, and if you need to bend your standing leg, absolutely, work with what you've got. But keep squeezing the shoulders together, lift your heart up. Keep squeezing your left butt and kick your foot back. You've got one more big breath in. Warrior two, stand back and down. Good guys, flip and reverse your warrior. Inhale. Pause, straighten the right leg. We're going to find triangle pose, Trikonasana. Now you're going to shorten the stance ever so slightly with the left foot and then reach the right hand forwards, left arm to the sky. Good, now continue to pull your right outer hip back. Yeah, you want your right butt to be squeezing and drawing back towards your left heel. And see if you can spin your right lung underneath you just a little bit more. So good, get a nice twist through the chest. Brace in at the belly, take a big inhale. Back to warrior two as you exhale. Reverse your warrior. Windmill hands to the floor. Pause. Right arm to the sky, low lunge, twist as you breathe in. Now you've got some options. Remember the modified side plank we started with. Option 1, modified side plank. Option 2, full side plank, both legs are lifting. If you are in your full side plank and you're walking with some strength here, you might want to lift the right leg. Just float it. That's it, like it's nothing, Ash. Take a big breath in and then drape tippy toes behind you, wild thing. If you are in your modified side plank, sit steady, lift your top foot. Everybody a big inhale together. Low plank as you exhale. Up dog or cobra, take a breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Pause, inhale completely. And let it go. Do one more cleansing breath. Fill in everything that helps you. And release out everything you do not need. Left leg rises to the sky. Inhale. Tiger curl, knee to nose. Land between your hands. Crescent lunge, standing all the way up. And then goddess into the arms. Now work out your legs. Your left thigh bone hugs back. If you need the little micro bend in your back knee, take it, absolutely. But if you can, straighten your back leg, drive it to the back of the room. That's it, right butt squeezes. Keep lifting front hips up. Take one more inhale. Hands to heart center as you exhale. Good, lengthen the crown of the head forwards. And we'll twist over to the left hand side. Option to soften the back knee to the earth. Now modifications, they're not failures, they're a good thing, they're going to help you out. Find the right inner thigh, drive that up. And keep working your hands to your heart. We're still looking to draw the shoulders together on the back body. That's it, guys. Any amount more twist you can get. Take a breath in and out. Back to crescent lunge as you inhale. Hands to heart center, get ready to move. We're going to a stork pose, stand up. Embrace the wobbles on the way, make it happen. Pull your thigh to your chest, you got one more inhale. And then sweeping back, aeroplane pose. Fingers reach back behind you. Belly engages and chest lifts. Beautiful job, guys, so much length here. Keep kicking right foot back as you stretch your heart to the front of the mat. Last breath in. Warrior 2. How slowly can you land? This one can be a bit clunky, that's okay. Flip reverse, straighten the front leg. Triangle pose, pull your left outer hip back to your right heel. And you can see, if you're looking at the screen, all this length we're trying to create down the left side of the body. And you're looking for a little bit of a twist through this as well. See if you can spin your chest up towards the sky. Really nice job, guys. Shoulders squeeze onto the back. Hold steady. You've got another breath in and out. Last inhale, reach to the ceiling. Warrior 2, up you come. Good job. Flip and reverse your warrior. Windmill hands to the floor. Left arm to the sky, low lunge, twist as you inhale. And we're moving to your variation of side plank, so it's either modified or not. Now in your side plank, check your right hand out, push it into the earth. And you're going so much lift on the underside of your body, maybe you float the top leg. If you're in full side plank, drip that leg behind you into a wild thing. Shoulders squeeze, and it's this beautiful blossoming of your heart to the sky. Yes, take another breath in. Low plank as you exhale. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, take it all the way back. Soften your knees to the earth, take a child's pose. Now just quickly, guys, have we got any questions through that funky little bit of flow? Anything at all? Okay, good. We're just going to start to wind down now. From your downward facing dog, just lift back up into, from your child's pose, sorry, lift back into a downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Clear that out. Exhale. Can you take lots of little steps to the front of the mat? Roll your body up to standing. Arms circle high to the sky as you inhale. And then pull them back in at heart. We'll find our tree pose. Now in your tree pose, we're lifting right leg first. Now the traditional variation, it's right up here. However, if you want to put your foot on your shin, you can go there. You can even pop your feet on the floor for a little bit of support, hands at heart center. Now embrace the wobbles. That's what trees do, right? They wobble and they bend. And they bend so they don't break. Start to stretch the arms up towards the sky if you can. And see if you can get really earthy and grounded now, deepening through your breath. Beautiful. One more big breath in. Release all the way out. Hands to heart, 2 feet to the floor. Take a little sass out of your hips. And we'll take it to the other side. Left leg lifts. If you can keep it nice and high, that's great. Anywhere but the knee joint. The knees don't want to go side to side. And then soften with your hands at your heart. Find that stillness. When you're ready, grow your branches up. If you feel good, start to blossom out. And the yoga practice is here to help us create this upward lift in our energy. This beautiful connection to our body and our breath that we can then share with everybody around us. Take a big breath in. Hands back to heart center. And slowly feet to the floor. Little wiggle of the hips. And then circle your arms skywards for the last time. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. And step all the way back to a downward facing dog. From here, look forward. Step or jump to come onto your bums. We're going to sit down on the earth. lie down on your backs. Yeah, there's that moment, isn't there? Is she gonna do my core? Yes, we are. Ugh. So, we've all got isolation tummies, right? Now you're gonna bend the knees and take your shins tabletop to the earth. Where's better? I think I'll stand this way for this one. And you're gonna have a little squeeze of the feet together and the legs. And notice if your tummy starts to bunch. That's what my tummy does here. Plug your belly down. And just take your fingertips to your temples. Now elbows nice and wide. That's it. Peel the shoulders up off the earth. Right elbow to your left knee. Yeah. And then open back out. Left to right. Open back out. We're going to keep this going for 20, 19, pick up the pace, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, a little faster, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release to the earth. Squeeze the knees into your chest. See, yoga, it's going to give you abs of steel, guys. A little cuddle. Little rock from left to right. Now placing your feet on the floor. The purpose for that is not for me to kind of react my Jane Fonda moments, but it's just for you to feel some toning and some integration through the lower abs. So here now as we move into back bends, you're nice and safe. So reach for the feet. Check you can just touch the heels, that's about right. And then you'll float your hips up to the earth, pushing down into your heel bones. And can you shimmy your shoulders underneath you? Good. Now the lift we're actually trying to find is between the shoulder blades here. So you're looking for that space as you wrap the backs of your arms down to the earth. Beautiful job. Keep that steady. A little squeeze of your bum. Take a big breath in. And then roll all the way back down as you exhale. Wipe it from left to right. We're just going to do one more back bend. So a bridge pose again is great. Those of you that are practicing at home and you've been practicing a while, if you know what your wheel pose is or Vedanta and you want it, by all means. However, Ash, today we're going to take another bridge. Work the triceps underneath you and we're going to look to get a nice sturdy base in the shoulders. Okay, now we're going to lift right leg to the sky. So you've got to overcompensate with the left. Push the left heel down, squeeze the left butt. That's the way. Right leg energizes upwards. I know you thought you were done. Energize the toes to the sky. Take a breath in. And right foot back down. Exhale. Swap it out. Left knee bends. And straighten. Keep driving into the earth with the right heel. See if you can keep your pelvis nice and level. No wiggly hips. So good, guys. You got one more breath in. Kick those toes. And back down to the earth as you exhale. Roll the way down. Now just wipe your knees from side to side to offer a little bit of release to lower back. And we'll pause. Knees knocking in. Feet as wide as your yoga mat. One hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. Now our practice is about connection. And it's about connection to ourselves as much as it is connection to other people. So right now, find that connection in your breath. Looking for steady inhales and emptying exhales. And the breath is a little sharper. Just means we've been working hard and maybe we're a little bit rattled. So see if you can send that breath all the way down to your belly. Beautiful. Now keep the knees nice and wide, the feet nice and wide, and just drop both knees to the right hand side as you come into your twist. Great, and your arms will spread nice and wide. And focus on softening the shoulders to the earth. Good. Take one more breath in. And out. Take the knees the other way. Keeping the shoulders nice and grounded. steady breaths in and out. And release back to center. You're just going to squeeze the knees into your chest, have a little hug. And then extend both legs towards the ceiling to stretch out. Left foot to the floor as if it's going into your bridge. We're taking our pigeon pose on the back. So right ankle to left knee. And then just put your hand through the little gap and hug your thigh bone in towards your chest. Now some of you will be able to reach the shins. You want to see if you can soften as much as your back body onto the floor as possible. If you do a lot of working out and you're very tight through the hips, this is already feeling like a killer. But use the power of your breath to control and to soften. If you're naturally a little bit more flexible and you've got more range, you can just cradle the right shin in towards your chest. Then you've got the option to stretch your left leg out towards the bottom of your mat. You've just got one more steady breath in and out. Swapping sides, pull both knees into your chest. And we'll again stretch both legs towards the ceiling. And then bend the right knee, put it on the floor, left ankle to right knee. Thread your hand through the gap and just start to cuddle the leg in towards your chest. And please try not to be in that constant state of effort where your shoulders are lifting and rounding. Encourage them to soften down. Now we live a very yangy lifestyle. It's just the way it is, right? There's lots going on all the time. There's constant stimulation. So almost the bigger challenge, way more than kind of balancing and flying on one leg, is to settle yourself in these poses. Working to your depth. Just for one more breath in and out. And then we'll release the bind of the legs. Hug them into your chest for a little bit of a squeeze. And just rock up to a little seat. We're finding Paschimottanasana, our straight-legged forward fold. So this is where if you've got a little rolled up towel or something and you need to sit up and elevate your hips, if you're very tight in your hamstrings, go for it. Also, don't be afraid to bend your knees. And then lengthen your arms up towards the sky. Take a breath in and fold forwards and down. Now try not to be in a space of big time force. Instead, encourage the heart forwards. And like we talked about a little bit earlier, you're going to flex your toes back. Keep the strength in the tops of the legs as the backs of the legs start to soften. Good. Breath in as if to your back body. And then empty all the way out. One more big breath in, like you could fill the backs of your ribs. Empty all the way out. Slowly lift up out of your fold. You're going to come to lie onto your back. Our final posture is happy baby. And you're going to pull the knees into your chest and catch a hold of your feet. Now if you're tighter in the hips, this doesn't always feel possible, so just cradle behind the legs instead. If you've got your feet, you're going to take a little rock out from side to side. Now again, this is another one. You're not in a studio, there's no one around, so if you want to stretch and rock and roll, go for it. And here in the safety of your own home, if you want a deep cleansing breath, I want you to gather up everything that's driven you bananas and breathe it in. And then purge and clear it all the way out, what does not serve you. Gone. And then instead with your inhales, we allow lightness in. And we just softly release what we don't need. Letting the legs go. Coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Now it is so tempting to leave these ones out when you're home, but this is when all the goodness sinks into the body. So I'm going to stay here with you holding space just for a moment. It's going to be a real short Shavasana. And then we're going to open up the forum and have all your questions and answers. Anything that you think of, shoot them through. You can even start typing now if you like, if you're not resting. But if you're on the floor, I want you to feel your bones getting heavy. Feel the back of the head sinking down. And almost like your mat is now your mattress, it's supporting you to release. Shavasana. If you have the space in your day to stay rested longer, why not? Use that time. If you're ready to move, just bring some awareness to your hands and your feet. You might even reach your arms above your head and take a big stretch. And then roll mindfully to one side. And we'll just push up to a comfortable seat. Draw your hands to heart center. And your head gently bow towards your beautiful heart. A moment of gratitude that we still have these opportunities, even in this time of disconnection, to come together and connect as this wonderful community. So grateful. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Harriet. This is Asha. Us two together, plus our third wheel limbs, are bringing you these live stream videos. So if you have any questions now, hit us up. We're happy to answer, both me and Ash with those long legs. There was one earlier about lengthening hamstrings. I might just address this one first. So with hamstrings, well, sometimes they are what you've been given. So I've been practicing days and days for years and years and years, and I've still not got legs like these. However, there is work that you can do, but it's just softly and gently. The stretches we did at the end are really beneficial, and they're ones that just work with the strength in the front of the legs to slowly soften and open the back. Where do we guys teach? We teach at Power Living, which is a studio in Bondi Beach. They also have a studio in Bondi Junction, and Northside as well. And then we also teach at another studio called This Is Yoga. They're all eastern suburbs is where we're based. At the minute though, the studios are closed, so you can find us online every single day. If you just jump on either our profiles, you'll find I'm Harri Emily Yoga, this is Asha Elliott.
We have Yoga Chickers, so we're online doing our own thing because we don't have a job really. So we wanted to connect with you guys. So each day we've got a class on, so please check us out.
We're so glad you loved it. It's amazing being here with all these amazing women, getting you all together and to move your bodies. Thank you so much, guys. So lots and lots of love. We're going to sign off here now, but of course shoot through any messages that you have or any questions, and we'll get back to you there as well. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.